Hey, it's 5 o'clock. It's Monday. It's 5 o'clock. Let's get it started. What's up, folks? Come on in. Bring a friend. It's that time. It's that time. Indeed it is. Yes, come on in, folks. It's Monday. Marvelous Monday. Magnificent Monday. Monday. It's Monday. Come on in, y'all. I think there we go. I don't want to keep bumping, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know my song. Come on in and bring a friend. Come on in. Come on. Oh, I need a nap. Come on, gang. Come on in, y'all. Tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. I'm a goof. I'm a goof. Let's go. Oh, I just realized I didn't cut my notifications. Hey, somebody out there. See, that's gonna be a problem. Hi. Oh, Kai. Hey, girl. Somebody else is on there. Y'all, please forgive me. Okay, so it paused you. I am so sorry. I was trying to, thank you. Hey, Kiki. The young ladies is in the building. Y'all, please stay. Please stay. Because as you can tell by the title, it's going to get interesting in about 1 minute. I need y'all here because y'all can help me out with this. I need your assistance. Kiki and Kai, please hang out with me. Please let me borrow some of your time. I need to definitely, let's see if we can do it this way. Oh, I may be able to. There we go. There we go. No interruptions. Aha. Hi, Bree. Welcome. Oh, it's 5:05. Welcome to the exchange. Today is Monday. And, okay, thanks, Kai. Appreciate you. So again, today is Monday. Welcome to the exchange. I see some familiar people, but I am going to say it for those people who may watch the replay. If you have not already gone over to YouTube and subscribed to my YouTube channel, The Key and Kai Exchange, please, ma'am, please, sir, do so. Go over to YouTube to The Key and Kai Exchange and subscribe, like, share. Please leave a comment. We're trying to get in this algorithm, okay? So please do that for me. Appreciate y'all. All right, moving right along. Disclaimer, house rules. Sorry about that. No judgment zone. This is not a place for judgment, negativity, or criticism. Excuse me. This is not that platform. So don't come with it. Today is unique because we are talking about something that is very taboo. We don't talk about a lot. Thank you, Kai. And it is pinned in the comments. So please, I didn't want to do that. Hey, Drika. How are you, love? Oh my gosh. Quadrika, let me just say, excuse me, everybody else. Look, I was about to look around the room. Your baby is growing up. She is so beautiful. She always has been. I'm pretty good. She always has been so beautiful to me. And she is just growing up. Oh my gosh, they grew up so fast. Girl, get ready, okay? Get ready. But anyway, this platform is no negativity, no judgment zone. We are all here to learn from one another, to just kick it, talk, chop it up, powwow, whatever you want to call it. That's what we are here to do. So, without prolonging it any further, today, hi sister, you made it. Today we are talking about sex. Everybody, okay. Grab your hat or your wig, or fasten your seatbelt. Yeah, we're gonna talk about sex. Yep, that's the topic. Yeah, wake up. You heard it right. Sex. We don't talk about it enough. We don't. So we're going to talk about it. So, again, if you have children that are looking over your shoulder or sitting in the room, either exit the room or have them exit, because we are going to say some things that you may not be ready for them to hear, or that you may deem as inappropriate. So, with that being said, we are going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to wake y'all up. Today is Monday. Everybody is always like Monday, but it's Monday. Yes, the beginning of the week. Hi, Trey, my baby. Anyways. So let's have some fun. Those of you that are on here watching, it doesn't matter how many you give me, but we are going to, I want you to tell me in the comments all the names that you have heard for, and I'm just going to say right now, I'm just going to say for the private parts. Bishop Quinn Pitts. Hi, Quinn. We're talking about sex, Quinn. So right now, we're just going to have a little fun. Yes, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the... Okay. So what I want you to do is write down all the names that you have heard about. Y'all getting me too pumped. Y'all coming on in here. Is that my Tina? Hi, Tina. My niecey poo. Hey, baby. I need you here too, Jazz. Please stick and stay. I need your help. Yes, thank you, Kai. Y'all give me some names that you have heard private parts called. While I'm all excited. Y'all probably ain't even got the full what y'all was supposed to do. I want you to give me names. Yes, come through, Kai. Yes. Cootie cats. Cooch. Hooch. Oh, this is going to get good. Hey, love. Coots. Y'all, come on. Ussy. Ooh, Wiener. Let's go. Vajayjay. Peter. Yes. Cooter Mama. Oh, my. Mandingo. Ooh, yes, Lord. Tata. Yes. Doula. Ooh. Monkey. Okay. Doonies. Okay. Hi, Dee Dee. The brown hole. Ooh. Poom Poom. I have a whole, y'all, look, y'all keep going, but JJ, yes, I have a whole list. It's some other names on here that, Cat, yeah, Drika, listen, my same, but see, only me, I'm laughing and squirming on the inside because it drives me nuts, and I'll talk about that a little more. The brown hole, oh, honey, yeah. But I'm just squirming on the inside because it drives me crazy. Onion, that's a new one. Fatma, okay. Okay. The onion, that's a, oh, the booty. Yeah. Okay. Clit. Okay. Yep, come on. Watusi. Don't do that. Because you know I do the Watusi. Okay, well, see, some people may, okay. Ephraim has taken over. That's his generation. Okay. Come on, nephew. Talk to us. Y'all, come on. This thing should put Dussy. That pipe. Oh my Lord. Let's talk about it. Hanky. Kai. Are you sure? Hanky? Okay. Oh. Hanky lanky. Girl. Sopo. Yeah. Yup. Come on, y'all gotta be Drika. You come on, baby. You gotta get in there. You have a young lady. Get in there. Yes. These kids. Hester, y'all killing me with. See, this is new stuff for me. Maybe I've been out the game too long. Cause Hester, hanky lanky. That almost sound like wee wee. Pee pee. Dingaling. So juvenile. Oh, that's so juvenile. Thickums. Cock. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all do a few more balls. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna let y'all do a few more, and I'm gonna run through the list of stuff that I have. And I know a lot of this stuff y'all ain't even said. Cherry pie, that's the new one too. I would never. Cock meat. Okay. Y'all blowing me now at this point. I'm just blown. Johnny cock meat. Y'all blowing me. I mean, what? Black Hammer, yeah. Hot dog. Ooh, poor baby. Yep. Let me see. Okay. So, BBC. Honey, big black cock, yes. Sausage, yes. I'm here for it. Not like that, y'all. I know how that sounds, but now I'm blushing. Oh well. Okay, so let's go. We gonna start. Kai, stop. Tonka Poont. Girl, bye. Okay, let me go down my list. Okay, so we have Vag, Vajayjay, Box, Nether Regions, Lady Business, Lady V, Hoo Ha, Cha Cha, lady, did I say lady bits? Crotch, muff, kitty. Kai, shut up. Kitty, cooch, cooter, snatch, snapper, beaver, cookie, cupcake, coin purse or pocketbook, lady flower, honey pot, poon, punani, twat, gash, banana basket, flower pot, hot pocket. Kitty cat meow. Look, Kai is, she act like she been raised in the wild, Drika. Like I ain't did nothing. Help her, pray for her. That's all. And then for the males, we're gonna run through those real quick. So we have, oh, I forgot about the penis fly trap. That was the last one. The male anatomy: anaconda, chopper, cock, dick, dingaling, dipstick, hammer, pipe, Johnson, joystick, manhood, meat puppet, meat stick, pecker, pee-pee, pickle, python, wee-wee, weenie, wang. Did, done, over. All of these names have an appropriate name. And I said while you all were giving me the list that it makes me squirm. Meat puppet. Oh yeah, pickle. Okay, y'all, because y'all gonna have me laughing. And I'm trying to be serious and sophisticated. So, but Kiki, and I can, why do I hear you laughing? Cut it. So all of those names, those slang names for the female and male anatomy have a name. The vagina or vulva. Hey, Mama Pat. The vagina or the vulva, and for the males, the penis. The reason I wanted to talk about sex is because, like I said in the beginning, it's so taboo. Even in 2022, as sexualized as every single thing is. Mama, you didn't personalize it and say my cookie. Okay, Mama Pat done came in and caught up. We done, Ma, because I can't, y'all with these names, I just went through the list. I'm going to be laughing. I cannot, because, again, I'm trying to be serious and sophisticated. Now y'all have me stuttering. But anyway, yes, they have appropriate names. We do not talk about sex enough. We don't talk to our children about sex, so therefore they grow up. Yes, it is. It is my topic. But if y'all, okay. So if y'all keep saying the names, I'm going to be cracking up because I know y'all smile and laugh. I can see all of you. I can see and hear all of y'all. That's the crazy part. So y'all see my cheeks. Now I'm about to get a cramp and I don't want to be on here laughing, you know. But anyway, we don't talk about it enough to our children. And I know for me growing up, I did not talk to my mom about sex. My mom didn't talk to me about sex, about the female or male anatomy. So a lot of things I didn't know. A lot of things I found out when I started doing not sex education, but it was AIDS and HIV training. And I started, it's the skin for all. Thanks, Quinn. So when I started doing AIDS and HIV training, that's when I started diving in more and learning about anatomy and being comfortable with saying vagina and penis It has always been, and Kyra is here and she can tell you, since she could talk, I never did your cookie, your private, in talking to her, I didn't say your private area unless I was explaining the parts of your body that no one should touch. And I would say your private area. But most of the time, with her growing up, even at a young age, before I even started training, I was saying your vagina, the penis, because to me, and to each his own. I can't knock anybody for how you teach your children, but even with my godchildren, and then from babies growing up, and of course them being at home and then coming with me when they were with me, I heard all kind of my cookie, monkey, all of that, and I'm like, what? No. At Godmama's house, we say penis, we say vagina, we say breast. Boobs, titties, whatever. But all these names, and the crazy thing about it is why it's so important is because children go to school, they talk to other people, they have experiences, things happen, and they cannot tell you. If they go to the hospital, and I've had this experience, when children go to the hospital and they're asked questions about, and I'm sure they wouldn't, you have to talk to a child on a child's level. So they're not saying vagina, your private area or something like that. But a lot of kids don't know. A lot of kids don't know vagina, or they hear vagina and they squirm. They hear penis and it's like, oh my gosh. The correct words are squeamish for them. Quinn said, I wish I had parents and adults who were comfortable enough to talk to me about sex at an earlier age without making me feel wrong for wanting to wait to have sex till I was ready. Absolutely. Michelle, hi baby. Yes. And again, Quinn, I feel the same way. I wish, my mom had talked to me about sex and about feelings and about anatomy, because again, it wasn't until I got older that I started learning different things about anatomy and all of that type of thing. And even, we're all adults here, and even when I started having sex, I didn't even know what was what. I just know this went here and that was that. I didn't know anything. If anything was to happen, I couldn't say, well, this happened, or this is an issue, or this is what. I couldn't, because I didn't, and I was older. A little bit older. So there's things that I wish I had known that I didn't know. But again, as I was learning, doing my AIDS and HIV training, I was also educating Kai about different things, and just really being open and candid about anatomy and things that happen to the body, because it's very important. Again, we don't talk about it enough. And, I'm not sure. I have a couple points of reference, and I'm not going to read all of it, but okay, there it is. So there you are. Hey baby Trey. But anyway, again, for whatever reason, it is like super taboo not to talk about it. It feels like it's a disgusting thing to talk about, although it's natural. It's like, I don't want to, or that's gross, or you just don't do it. That's mostly what all of us were told growing up. You just don't do it. It's just plain and simple. No explanation, no explaining what, and that's just like, you know, with the vulva and the vagina. You know, most people think that down there is the whole part is the vagina, and it's actually not. The vagina is the opening. That is the birth canal. The vulva is the vagina. There's separate parts to both. And so these are the things that we need to educate, especially our children and younger people. And some of us need the education as well, because, you know, just like I said, the vulva and the vagina are they're not different things, but they have different names and they have different parts to them. And a lot of people, it's a religious thing. I agree that a lot of, especially in a church, like we don't, again, it's taboo and we don't talk about it. It's just something that we shy away from because, again, we're taught just not to do it. It's a sin. It's this, it's that, it's nasty. Bad things happen and all this type of thing. Quinn said, at what age did you start teaching sex ed at home, or you feel is a good age? Well, for me, probably about, I don't know, Quinn. It was early. It was before 8 years old, for sure. Before 3rd grade, probably 1st grade, so maybe 6. And I would say my recommendation for talking to children on their level about anatomy, about, you know, of course, appropriate things. Hi, Teresa. Welcome back, love. Of course, appropriate things as it pertains to sex, because you don't want to go over their heads, but you want to explain to them, you know, about parts of the body. And I'm also going to talk about feelings too, as it relates to these body parts. Church upbringing has made it very taboo, while preachers are openly creating preachers. Come on now, talk about it. Troy, oh my gosh. What's up, Troy? Aww. So glad you joined. Hope all is well. I miss seeing you. Y'all, my homie from church. But anyway, so really quick, while I'm talking about the kids and teaching them, so there was something that I thought about with this topic. When I was younger, I didn't understand it. So there's this feeling, or let me say this, because I know that's going to weird a lot of people out, but you can identify, because you will see children, boys and girls, and sometimes they will either sit in a chair, on a couch, or they're sitting on somebody's lap, and they will like rock back and forth. For most people, it's a little bit uncomfortable. You may adjust them. Some people don't really pay attention. Yes, Michelle, some people call it the birds and the bees. But let me say this before I move on to the next comment. But they do this thing where they wiggle. And again, sometimes you don't pay attention. Sometimes you may adjust the child. Or maybe in your mind, it may cross your mind like, what are they doing? Or why do they do this little wiggle thing? So I didn't understand. And I know that, I guess being a little bit older and aware, that what they're doing, there's a feeling that happens because they're being stimulated, because the area, the vagina and the penis has sensitive nerves, especially in the clit and in the head of the man's penis. Right underneath, there's an area that's very sensitive. So at a young age, when that area is stimulated, there's this like feeling, and it's almost like it feels good. And it's not anything gross, or it's a feeling. It happens. If you've had on jeans, and I won't even say tight jeans, but if you've had on jeans or something like that, and you sit and you have this experience, kids don't know what that is. They don't understand that feeling. They don't understand that, and I'm not, again, you have to explain to children on their level of understanding. You can't just bombard them with all this information where they're confused and they're like, oh, what, whatever, where they're not getting it. But you have to explain and talk about, it's okay to talk about feelings and what your body is feeling, because that is one of the things that, again, I wasn't educated on. The way my body feels, different things that happen. Even having a daughter, I was not even aware that her breast as a newborn secreted milk. And I mean, that blew me away. It's just a lot of things about anatomy that I didn't know. We have to do better. Monica said, these young people are having sex early. I feel a conversation as soon as you feel your child is mature enough to understand and relate. Absolutely, because I've talked to older children, young people, probably preteen and teenagers, and I mean, as soon as I say penis or vagina, it's the giggles and the laughs, because it's uncomfortable. It's not talked about, so they're learning all of this stuff from their peers at school, on TV. They're learning all of this stuff, things that they hear, and they're picking up this stuff, and they're taking what they pick up, the residue from what they pick up, and they are having sex early. They are also experiencing these feelings in their body, whether it is just a natural, hey Shay, that's why I couldn't inbox you back, because I'm on live, but they don't know what's going on inside their bodies. So we have to be open. And again, Monica hit the nail on the head, and I said it before, you have to talk to them on their level where they understand and they feel comfortable enough to say, I feel weird, or I had this funny feeling, or what's going on with my body. And not, even when children are exploring their body, and I won't say which, but I remember, like my nephew discovering, discovering his body part. And it was like the funniest thing, because it's like, what in the world what is this? And he was a baby. So, but it's always amazing to me, to watch children grow. And I'm talking specifically about children, because again, like Monica said, they're having sex earlier and earlier. They're experimenting, they're touching each other, they're touching themselves, and they don't understand what's happening. Even with like the young boys, I'm saying young boys, males and females, they're young. Again, they're exploring their bodies, and some of them begin masturbating at an early age, and they become fixated on this, and they don't understand what's going on. They think something is wrong because again, it's not talked about. And so they're feeling weird, they're feeling uncomfortable and all this type of thing, and they have no idea what's going on. And we talked about the names, you know, it was funny, and it was funny on here. But again, you know, a lot of these young kids are getting themselves in situations, and if they have to go to the doctor, if they have to talk to someone, they cannot give the appropriate name for their anatomy because they've been told that it's a cookie, that it's a pocketbook, that it's a, you know, whatever. Your Johnson, your manhood, your wee-wee, your dingaling. Like, and again, a lot of this stuff, you know, and to hear grown, I mean, if you're talking to your folks or whoever you're talking to, okay. But when you're talking to a doctor or somebody in a professional field, and you are saying things like, my cookie, my monkey, and it's like, what? For me, like for me to hear it, it is unbelievable. And it's just kind of like, again, when you talk to your people, you talk to your people how you want to. But when you're talking to somebody, and it's not to say, you know, you're changing who you are or anything like that. It's simply just being educated. Who are your parents? Girl, I'm going to take a drink on that. But it's, I mean, listen, it's the truth. And I've heard it so many times, just being in public or, you know, working with children, you know, and a child, you know, is like, my cookie, my ding ding. And I'm like, what? And of course, my mind instantly goes to Mama TT mode. So I'm like, you're what? That's called, and it's crazy because I almost feel guilty for telling them, yeah, okay, poor babies. I almost feel guilty because some parents, like, they don't agree with telling them the appropriate name. They would rather tell them their cookie or their wee-wee or whatever. You know, we have to do better. We have to do more education. We have to find ways to teach our children, our young people, about what is going on, because they don't know. And where do they, if they don't learn it at home first, they're going to go to school, they're going to talk to their peers, they're going to get it off TV, off YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of it, Snapchat. They're going to get it talking to my cousin, and she's like, if this doesn't change soon, I'm getting off of Snapchat. But she keeps getting porn on her Snapchat. So I'm just going to sit that right there. If she's an adult, imagine what these children are being exposed to. Fellatio on the internet. This stuff is popping up everywhere. And kids are seeing this like, what? And then the things that they're hearing, again, they're learning this stuff on the internet. They're seeing this stuff on TV. If they're not being monitored, the phones, the tablets, you have to be mindful. You have to be vigilant about what these children are seeing on social media. It's very important that we have these conversations. And again, about anatomy, you know, it's okay if you have different feelings. It's okay to talk to me or talk to somebody you trust about these feelings, because we're human. If somebody pinches you, you feel that. Ow, you pinched me, it hurt. You might say it sting. You might say it burn, but it's a feeling. It's how you describe the pain you felt or the feeling that you felt. It's the same way with sensations and feelings. We don't know. Our bodies go through all kind of changes. How do we know about erogenous zones and all of that type of thing? Like, and of course, that's an older conversation for somebody, of a more mature, older age. Kai said, yes, random people will add you with all types of foolishness. Yeah, on social media. And that's like the thing to do. You just add people and all that type of thing. And it's kind of like, you just don't know. You can never be too safe because it's all kind of stuff out there. And they're being misinformed and, trying things they don't have any business and all that type of thing. So we have to talk more about it and be more open about talking about the penis and the vagina or the vulva. We have to be more open talking about those things, even the breast, even the butt, because there are different ways to penetrate, even, and again, fellatio. Like, again, when the time is right and appropriate for those type of conversations, they need to be had, because whether you want to believe it or not, whether you talk about it or not, it is going to happen. They are going to have, and I'm not just speaking of children, but young people, young adults, it's going to happen. Somebody is going to touch them, somebody going to brush them, they going to be flirty, playing, and somebody touched them and they have this feeling, what is that? And of course, it's not talked about because it is, you don't do that. That's nasty. That's another thing. Like, it's told or said that it's nasty. Like, sex is nasty. Having feelings is nasty. If somebody touches you, it's nasty. No, it's human. No, you should not be touching inappropriately. You should not. But if somebody, hey, fat, long time, my friend. Monica said, as adults, we don't use those terminology, but education is needed. What, penis and vagina? Or what? What terminology? Because, hey, because if that is what you're talking about, we definitely need to do better. Because, like I said, it's happening. And the kids are getting younger and younger. Good God Almighty. Exploring and all this type of figuring it out. And they don't have a clue. And of course they're not going to say anything because, again, that's nasty. You don't have a clue what's going on because there's no sex education. There is no teaching at home, and that's where it starts, is at home. It starts at home because they're not doing it in the school. Shay said, I didn't candy coat anything. I was straight to the point. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You have to be. You have to be. And especially now, things are so different, and just, out of control. And again, it is so important that we educate. Another thing I thought about too, with dealing with anatomy is, oh my gosh, hi Tammy, what in the world? How are you? So glad you joined. We are talking about sex. But another thing that I wanted to talk about is like condoms, because what is that? What do you do with that? Do you blow it up? Do you play with it like a rubber band? Do you put it on your finger? What do you do with that? What is a dental dam? What do you do with a dental dam? That square piece of, what do you do with that? How do you use that? You know, these are things, again, at the right and appropriate time that you should be talking about. You shouldn't leave your young person, you need some condoms. You give them a condom and it's like, okay. And then they put it on wrong, or their fingernails are too long and they poke a hole. I mean, it happens. But if you're not educated about how to properly use a condom, and again, I'm talking about age-appropriate conversations. I'm not talking about children. But it's very, very important that we have these conversations, because we don't talk about sex to our children or young people enough. And they don't know what's going on. They don't understand feelings. And so I wanted to again, have a little fun with it, because I know it's an uncomfortable subject. And I know it's a little difficult to talk about it. We definitely don't talk about it in church. That's a no-no. And I won't say, well, listen, and I really don't know. I was about to say it's probably happening more in church than anywhere else. You know, all kind of things are happening. All you know, a lot of people in religious settings have had so many experiences and so many issues and so many things to go on, and we don't. There's so many things we don't talk about in the church, but we should. They have the church I grew up in. We had purity class. That is where you talk about those type of things with the young adults. You know, you're talking about your body, how to keep your body clean, you know, what to do. You're having feelings or whatever, how to avoid. Yeah, I mean, all of these things should be talked about, you know, again, at home. And then if you have a good religious setting, I believe it should be talked about at church in an appropriate manner. Shay said, kept mine stored with them. I told them I didn't agree, but I knew they were going to have sex, so I kept that door open so I would be prepared. For sure. For sure. And no, I mean, no, we're not going to agree, and especially when they are, you know, they're not ready. We're not going to agree. But again, I've said it over and over again. It's going to happen. They're going to be at the stage where they're dating, or they could be younger and just experimenting. And especially, you know, and I keep wanting to say, especially young men with the masturbating, you know, that is, they'll go to the bathroom and masturbate and ejaculate, and they just know it feels good. And then, you know, there's parents that are gonna beat the brakes off their kids because they're doing something natural, but they don't understand what's going on. How is it? How do you beat a child? How do you scold a child, punish a child, yell at a child, cuss a child out for something that is natural? Blows me completely. Completely blows me. Instead of having a conversation, what's going on? How do you feel? You know, whatever. How do you know what you're doing? whatever. However the conversation may go, it needs to be had. My point. We don't talk about sex enough. We don't give the appropriate names for our body parts, the correct names. You don't penis and vagina. Oh my gosh. But I mean, cookie is what's another one? Pee pee, wee wee, ding ding. That's okay. And I didn't even say, I mean, again, we're all adults on here. I didn't even say the worst. I mean, that is like, I said that makes me cringe. But to hear people like really say pussy and dick in a vulgar way, that does something to me. It's like, again, to me, it's like, it's so juvenile, and especially using it in it's like, what in the world? Now that to me is like, what? I mean, come on, we gotta do better. We absolutely do. Where we at? Oh, 8 minutes. Look at there. Michelle said, parents don't tell young people anything because they themselves didn't give. Yes. I agree, Michelle. That is right on point. Parents don't tell their young people because they weren't educated. And that's how things trickle down most of the time. When our parents weren't educated or talked to or things like that. Hi, Sugar Sweet. How you doing, love? But yes, I agree that, parents may not have the education, but I believe as a parent, you have to, with the knowledge that you have now, it would only make sense that when the time is appropriate, while I'm wrapping this up, when the time is appropriate, there are books, there are pamphlets, there are all type of things that will help you if you're uncomfortable, if you didn't have that talk with especially adoptive parents. Yeah, because maybe they don't know. They haven't had any experience with children. So maybe they just don't know. Michelle, those are very, very good points. And I'm glad you said that. So again, there's all kind of information. There is the internet. Yes, YouTube. There's all type of information. And you can even put their age in there. Julie, what's going on? I'm glad you missed this because you probably would have said something crazy. But, yeah, there's all kind of information. And we have to, Julie, we were talking about sex. So, yeah, I'm just kind of wrapping it up and, yeah, giving my last little thoughts. But yes, get educated, learn the different parts of anatomy, and teach your children, teach your young people. Bro, what's going on? Money is in the house. But yes, teach your children, talk to them, educate them, have conversations, allow them to be comfortable enough to tell you, what they're feeling. And if they don't feel comfortable talking to you, then let them know that it's okay to talk to someone they're comfortable with talking to. because that's another thing. We don't have these conversations. There are so many conversations that we don't have. But again, you know, the whole topic around sex is like, ugh, like I don't want to talk to my mama or daddy. You know, there's a lot of people that feel that way. And again, I was one of those people. I didn't want to talk to my mom about that. And definitely not my dad. But we have to, especially in this day and time, we have to educate. We have to start at home talking about sex and feelings and anatomy and all this type of thing. We have to educate our children. We have to educate our young people because, again, like Monica said, they're young. They're starting early. And again, they go to the doctor. They can't even tell the doctor what's going on, what the issue is, or what's going on. I cannot talk to anyone either. Yeah, and it makes it hard because again, just think about just quickly think about times you've had questions, and I brought up, you know, my personal experience with the whole, the feeling, that rocking back and forth feeling, that sensation. I didn't understand. Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah, I done got real comfortable. But I didn't understand, you know, I thought, oh, that's really weird. And again, it wasn't until I was older and I understood like what was going on. You know, or oh yeah, my vagina feels weird. But like there's a specific part, but I didn't know that because I wasn't educated. And this is how we have to talk. This is how I talk to Kai. This is how I explain things. This is how, I mean, we just kicked it and talked about it. You know. Same with, you know, my nieces and nephews. They're open with their mom. Hi, Tiff. I didn't even know you were on here. I agree education is important. Discussing feelings regarding sex is important. It shouldn't be taboo or something that is seen as nasty. Sex is a gift from God when it's experienced in the appropriate context. Yes. I have to agree. I definitely have to agree. But on the other hand, it's happening more rapid. It's happening at a younger and a younger age, and it needs to be talked about. And I do agree that it's a gift from God, but there are people that have experienced sex and they feel like they've already received the gift because it felt good and still don't know what's going on. I mean, if it remains taboo, Tiff said, too open. What's too open, girl? Oh, yeah, your babies. Child. But Tiff said, if it remains taboo, it's easy to distort or use it as a weapon against our mental and emotional health. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Monica, I got it. But yeah, if it remains, and that, again, that is why I wanted to talk about it today. You know, just kind of loosen up. And I know, you know, again, in the beginning, it was kind of funny with all the names and all that type of thing. Because I was laughing myself and squirming at the same time at some of the new names that I hadn't even heard. Oh my God, the stuff they come up with. The stuff they come up with these body parts is beyond me, child. I don't know. We have to be more open. We have to have more conversations. You know, nieces and nephews, cousins, and again, at the appropriate, you have to have conversations at the appropriate age level. we have to talk about it. We have to get this education out here because, again, times have changed drastically, and these kids are getting younger and younger and don't know, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end it. I watched two little boys, this one little boy, and I heard the screaming. And for me, because I am always in tune with children for the most part, if I hear screaming, if I hear distress, if they laughing too hard, I'm a look. If they out there screaming, and wherever I am, at Michigan, Texas, wherever I am, I'm going to pay attention to children. So I'm hearing this little boy outside my window, and he is screaming in distress. So I look out, there's a bigger boy, and he keeps trying to tackle the smaller boy. I went outside and stood at the end of my building, and I watched this bigger boy tackle the smaller one down. He was on top of the little boy, and he had him almost like in a chokehold. And the little boy is saying, "Get off of me, get off of me." Blah, blah, blah. The boy on top of him kissed the boy on the lips. The little boy doing all he can, kicking, screaming, trying to swing. And he was so small. And I'm like, "Hey." And they got up and took off running. But imagine if I had not been paying attention and they were over here. And of course, it's all open, like other people can see. He wasn't even concerned about that. But what in the world possessed him to tackle this little boy down, get on top of him, and kiss him on the lips? So if he did that, what else is he doing? And if he did it to another little boy, what else is he doing? But again, we have to educate. We have to be mindful. We have to, if you see something, say something. In certain situations, because we know, again, times are different. You have to be careful. But again, if I wouldn't, what else would he have done to that little boy? But we have to be eyes. We have to be ears. We got to talk about it. Sex, penis, vagina, vulva, clit, breast. We have to talk about these things. We have to talk about it, y'all. And again, at the appropriate age level, when it's comfortable, when you know your children are mature enough. I have gone over my time. I want to thank all the people that came in, that watched. You just clicked in and you caught a little pieces of this conversation. I am so glad you joined the live on this evening. Thank you, Kai. I'm so glad you all joined. Thank you for checking me out. I plan on continuing this, having more conversations. And just getting into some stuff, because again, we're human, things happen, this is life. We should be able to talk about it, right? Right. Some things I won't get into. Y'all see, I didn't say nothing about Will Smith or Chris Rock. Why? Because that's them. They're not paying me. But this right here is important. This is who I can talk to y'all. Thanks for being a part. Thanks for being my #1 supporter. My sister rules. I just had to say that. But thanks again, y'all, for watching. Thank you for joining in on the topic. I hope y'all have a great night, evening, rest of the week. 1 hour after this video posted, fingers crossed. I've been running a little late, taking the videos down, which is fine. The video will be deleted off Facebook and put on YouTube at The Key and Kai Exchange. Cynthia, hi my love. I am just wrapping up, but I'm glad you're here. I love you too, Shay. Y'all, before y'all get off of here, click off, go to YouTube and subscribe to The Key, K-E-E, and Kai Exchange. Please make sure you comment. First of all, subscribe, and then leave a comment. Say hi, say hey, say whatever. Leave an emoji, it doesn't matter. Trying to get this algorithm going so I can merge Instagram and Facebook together. Again, thank you all so much for joining. If you want to watch the replay, it will be available for 1 hour after I end this live. It'll be available on Facebook, and then it will be deleted and put on YouTube at The Key and Kai Exchange. Y'all have a great rest of your week. I love you all. Be blessed. And until next time, Friday, 5, 6, wherever you are, I'll see y'all then. Peace out.